Fuck you too, then Netflix. We'll move on to the next
That
topic.
counts. Fucking counts. And I just said another one.
Oh, yeah.
Got him.
Ah, look at you. You're a bad influence. You've been on that side of the table too long.
Socks can get that cold.
You're on fire today.
What?
I think we all need one though. Like a third. Didn't you need a drink?
Thanks for the sub.
Oh hell yeah! Appreciate that.
Oh yeah, appreciate you.
Deluxe edition. Sounds serious.
Hey, since you're here, drop us a chat. Now I'm not going to use it. Let us know your favorite Netflix original if you have one. Yeah, I'm sorry I said the name again. We're moving on. That damn red N must mean Nazi because apparently we can't talk about y'all.
Yeah, no more topics about that.
Yeah, I'm not. No, we learned that lesson apparently. We can talk about
There's two
OnlyFans and
things.
Taco Bell as much as we want. Can't talk about that.
There's two things we can't have on this show. We cannot have Ellen, and we cannot have that Flicks thing.
That was even worse. We said the name, and they were just like, "Cut it." Ellen, we like had a actual clip from her show.
Right.
Screw that dude.
Yeah. Wow.
Well,
I mean,
then.
it is 2022, so.
Right.
I mean, she looked like a short-legged bird. It's okay. Yeah,
I
buddy.
don't think I've ever heard him laugh that hard. That might be more than a chair
Huh?
spin.
Yeah. Yeah. Welcome to part 2 of episode 81. But all right, we're gonna move on to a whole other segment. I think I said that.
Yeah,
That's what I do well. I just change shit on the fly. Yes, I know. Mark, listen. Let's do this on the fly.
We out here learning.
I'll change.
We out here learning our
I
lessons.
change stuff on the fly. It's all right. We're gonna call this. All right, let's effing talk. So, this one originally, when I put it in the chat, was about drugs. Personally, fan favorite. Listen, we're all fans.
I made the
Allegedly.
Did you
That's
change
okay.
it on me?
No, we can talk about drugs. We can talk about drugs. I like drugs. You like drugs. Drugs love us. By the way,
Socks definitely loves
you might as well just mark this one down because fuck you, Dare program, because you lying sacks of dick. Trying to make me think like, don't do drugs, kids. Now I'm out here willing to sell other people's children for drugs. During our
He's on a rant. I'm waiting to get
he
spark
is.
up about 4 or 5.
during our short intermission, Facebook reel was why do you drink so many energy drinks? Because they're legal. If I didn't have to take a piss test every once in a while, what was it? I'd be doing 4 Adderalls and an 8-ball of Coke every day.
All right, Charlie. Yeah.
Winning.
Shooter McGavin, baby.
And that tiger blood.
Winning. Fat winning, I guess. But, all right, we're going to talk about drugs. That's all we need to know. But, are they... all right. So, seriously sitting here. Are they actually bad? Now, obviously, there's the hard ones. You don't want to be drinking. You don't want to be smoking like like gator blood or whatever there is in like Afghanistan and stuff. They'll be smoking like scorpion venom.
on the drug you're talking about. You know, I mean, there's
All right, so let's go
bad
through them.
drugs, yeah.
Let's go through them. Obviously, we can all agree, heroin's pretty bad.
Yeah, pretty bad. Funny.
Yeah, pretty bad.
He's like, yeah, they're bad.
So my question, especially for the bad ones, I want to lead before we start into more of the bad ones, which I'm gonna prove that I don't know as many drugs as I probably do. Someone's gonna be like, "Homie, forgot these 14 I done this week." Sorry, Dad, I didn't know you were listening. But so if they're so bad, why are they like? Why is Oregon allowing people to do them?
Oregon goes
So,
on.
all right.
Even the bad ones, though. That's my biggest.
So, no, here's the thing. Drugs is one of those weird things. It's one of the few things that apparently most governments.
If you're watching at home and you want to be a part, make sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram,
All right, Stone Cold, let's
YouTube,
go.
Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, everywhere.
That's one of the few things that governments actually care.
Sanction
If
and
you
put something on
do,
it, right.
if you do something to yourself, there's not that many things where you could do something you can do to yourself.
You mean like the government would dictate what I can do to my body? What am I, a woman? Was this Texas?
Oh my
You
god!
got really deep on that one.
Listen, just because I sit for a living don't mean I don't stand for the important shit. Yeah, you can mark it.
Amen. Amen to that. But
I'm gonna be good. You can catch me.
Sorry. This is like I was trying to be
'Cause-
intelligent.
Usually, most laws have something to do with encroaching on other people's rights. Drugs, it's like no, in possession of it, the sale of it, I can understand. Possession of it, bad. Use of it, bad. Why do you care what I'm doing?
yeah, it's your
To
choice,
myself, right?
To myself,
To
not to
yours.
anybody else.
Right.
To myself.
Like you said, selling is bad because obviously.
But then how
you're
would you
putting
get
out
it?
there.
How would you get it if you can't sell it? Or is it just a setup for the government to sell it to us?
I mean, the government's technically set
Government
to do whatever they
cheese,
want to
government
us.
weed, government heroin. Sign up here.
I think Oregon did that because they didn't.
Oregon? What the hell old are you?
They,
Oh,
What is
that
that?
there Oregon?
that Oregon.
Get on down here, boy.
Come on down here, boy, to Oregon.
Doug Dimmadale?
I think they didn't want. They don't want to put like.
Come on over here for some.
Because some people will do things just because they know it's wrong or know it's bad or know that there's some. So I think they made it like,
$5
well,
a
you know,
gallon,
we're not gonna.
guaranteed.
If you have a small, because it was small, right? Small amount, right? You could have any drug in a small amount.
And
I don't think you couldn't have
Personal-
so much.
personal
personal
use or
use
whatever.
amount.
Right.
Is a misdemeanor, I think,
Yeah.
or whatever.
So I think they just don't want to make it like. They feel like if you don't put an emphasis on it, like make it a bad thing, then less people will do it. Right.
How do you know my like threshold? How do you know what my personal amount is? You don't know my life.
That's true. But I mean, I think you can.
You don't
only
know if I
so
do
much.
some coke or a lot of coke.
I mean, well, coke and weed or whatever, I think is different, right? But how much heroin can you fit? Like
But here's
literally
the-
do? Like
No,
don't
whatever?
test,
No,
don't
yeah,
test my
like-
gangster
like,
first
so-
of
I
all.
don't.
But here,
I'll be on this.
Like how much
Damn it.
meth you could do? Like I don't. I mean,
Is
I'm
that one?
not one of these.
Damn, is
addicts, so I
that
don't
one?
know, but like
I thought he said something.
I can imagine.
I almost dropped the B one.
You can only do so much without dying.
well, so there's the thing. There's the distinction of different drugs, which can be made and does get made, but it kind of only filters out what they can be like. Okay, we'll pass for that. What
Excuse me.
in history made a certain person money versus
Pussy.
what's taking money from them.
Oldest business in the book. Titty.
Cigarettes, if you're in the cigarette biz, you're making money because of cigarettes. Less now, but with cigarette drugs directly compete with cigarettes. Drugs directly compete with alcohol. Alcohol is one of those weird ones. Used to be illegal. Now it's legal.
Took them 13 years to make it legal.
And other things that
Thank God.
are just as bad, not as bad,
Goddamn.
or worse,
Goddamn.
are still being like cracked down on hardcore.
Crack?
Like crack.
The crackdown.
Like crackering.
Crack.
I'm a LeBron James. Yeah, you know what? It does honestly. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Oh, hey!
Oh, I get to say a free one, fuck.
Get another one out for that.
You don't get a freeway.
Okay. Now I feel like I'm in there now.
You said it
Calm
twice, so
down.
I had to
Chug
kill
it,
him.
You
chug
have
it,
to
chug
give
it,
me
chug
another
it.
one, yeah.
He's beating you there, fucking pussy.
Whoa.
We're letting him out now, baby.
Damn, these words are just flying out.
I
Anyway,
didn't even notice that one.
I'm gonna end up with a solid 20.
it's crazy when we talk about what can actually harm you, what can kill you. It's like, oh yeah, meth and heroin probably might kill you. Yeah, but so can cigarettes and alcohol.
Yeah.
By use.
Right.
We're just talking about by use, not by using it and going and being stupid and getting hit by a car. You use them too much, you can die.
Right. I think. the
Oh, you can say that about
the
cheeseburgers
alcohol-
and pop too, though.
The alcohol and cigarettes are.
That's a way longer use span,
The
though.
alcohol,
Diabetes.
The alcohol and cigarettes are probably like it's got a longer span. You're obviously
But you can't
You,
be rocking.
you could die in one night from alcohol.
you're true
Alcohol poisoning.
Now cigarettes is maybe more cigarettes because I don't think you could you out smoke you kill yourself.
I highly doubt you can
think you'd be
OD on
mellows.
cigarettes.
No.
I don't know how many cigarettes it would take to
No,
OD
I
on
imagine
cigarettes.
if you already had some kind of medical condition because you've been smoking for years, and then they tell you to stop smoking, and you keep on smoking. I'm sure that could kill you.
But I'd rather die because I was fat than die from cancer.
Good point. Good point.
You know what?
Hey, those cheeseburgers sound good right now.
Right?
Always. Always.
I know I can't take a 25 milligram edible like instead of cutting it in half now. I know that.
You say you can?
I cannot.
Well, I think you can. You just have.
What are you up to?
That's what I take when I cut them in half.
Oh, you're up to 25?
I tried.
You cut some in half.
I was drinking one day and I'm like, I popped the whole.
Ah, look at you.
I guess what? I got the spins like you wouldn't believe. It was a bad night. It was a bad night.
It's just because you haven't been there. You got to be there more often. You'll be fine. So you'll get used to it.
You gotta go back again.
I mean, your tolerance
Yeah,
is
I
still
started
low.
So still got
throwing up.
tolerance,
I started throwing up and everything. It was
Oh,
bad.
all right. That's
all right,
Oh,
Dave.
what?
Dave,
That's
Dave,
bad.
calm down.
Well,
Dave.
okay, yeah, I guess if you're not used to using like
Yeah,
that,
that was a high.
that would like mixing the two wouldn't be a great
Hey, probably,
situation.
yeah.
It was
drink
not
it
a
too.
good time.
Oh, so you was drinking with it when you did? Oh, okay, that might be.
Yeah, you gotta like
You
you either do
probably-
one or another.
So you're gonna have to be sober.
Kyle,
and
you
just
need
take a
more
whole one.
tolerance to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Well, normally I can booze and take a half and I'm cool.
No,
Right.
well, because you still haven't built it.
But I
A
was
whole
like,
one is still
Tolerance
different though.
for-
I thought
it's
it was.
still more-
I thought it was.
You
hot
thought you were
shit. I thought it was-
jumping?
I thought it was hot shit, and I popped the
15.
whole thing. I popped the whole thing, and then 2 hours later, I'm like,
You're like, why did I do that?
man,
There we
Ooh,
go.
that was good.
Let's go from the
I'm
loin.
sweating them rip today.
Nah, man, these beers are going down.
Man,
Ah!
So,
Mouth.
so drugs? Yeah, I mean,
I won't do anything other than that.
Mouth? Okay.
No.
all right, Zai, get it done,
No,
bro.
I'm saying, other than edibles, I will not do anything else.
Jane.
All right,
Marijuana, the devil's lettuce.
Devil's lettuce.
so I
Seeing
mean,
some of these people.
I just think like meth, heroin, fentanyl.
Is that a drug or is that just something they put in the drug though?
Well, it's a drug, right?
I mean, it is. Technically, it's all drugs, technically,
Yeah.
but it's something that they do put in the drugs.
I mean, I think anything.
Yeah, I don't think
that
anybody's
goes-
just buying like a kilo of
I don't think you buy
fentanyl.
No,
Fentanyl.
because you'll just die. That's just, you're just killing
I
yourself.
think they
though.
That's like
usually-
buying arsenic.
They
Someone's
usually
arsenic.
lace other things with fentanyl. But
And
Which
still
doesn't
then, you're
even
probably
make,
gonna
is
die.
it supposed to just make it a better high? Because it don't make 0 sense. to me.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a more intense
Okay.
high, I guess. But
Yeah,
it-
death. Nothing,
Right.
Yeah.
Nothing's more intense than running
9
from the
times out of
reaper.
10, I'm dead.
Baby,
Yeah.
don't
Oh,
fear the reaper.
Russian roulette without a gun. Let's go.
if you're at the heroin and meth level, and you still need to have another high, you're
No, once you start doing those, you're high chasing.
Try Jesus.
yeah. No,
After
once you
that-
build it up right, you're always high chasing.
Not
right?
even.
Well,
no.
the highs just
It-
don't
you
matter. They
can-
slowly
Depending
drop.
on the person, it takes one, and you're high chasing for probably the rest of your life.
No, so I mean, you're always just chasing it.
Yeah.
You can't ever.
Because you'll never hit that first one ever again because your tolerance is like built after day one,
Yeah.
and you're
So
always
trying to
chasing.
you're always trying to get back.
You're
to
like,
that
why
original
is it
feeling.
not okay anymore? Like, why can't I get high like that ever again?
Right,
and you
you're
just keep doing it, and it messes with your brain, and now you're a psycho that steals from people.
Where'd my toaster
No, he's
go?
right. That's right.
Yeah,
Absolutely
like, you've been there
right.
before.
No, but that's
See, too many people.
No.
Hey, that's good advice.
Right,
So
though,
when you
you're
do
right,
it, just
you're
do it
right.
once and move
No,
on.
I'm not doing every.
You're right though. I mean, you see some of these people there.
So like I just say some drugs are bad, but some drugs I don't think are bad.
I
I
mean,
think a lot of people agree with that.
You know.
there's worse things. See, there's the thing. If you didn't blanket recreational drugs as all bad, then it probably would have not been such an epidemic.
That's what I'm saying. Because they put a
But you can't-
stereotypical thing onto them,
Because it's
made
cool to be
people
bad.
want to do not
Well,
not everybody. 'Cause some people
because-
do.
well, here's the
What you
thing.
want,
It's something that gives
what
you
you gonna do
a
now?
pleasurable result,
No, it's coming back.
and
What?
it also has the whole, well, it's taboo. You're not supposed to do this thing.
Yeah.
And
Ah.
you do this
That
thing,
makes
and it
people-
makes you feel great. So now it's like you're hooked, and
Yeah,
it also
well.
chemically makes you hooked. So
Yeah. No, exactly right.
that's the thing. You build
it's
a
like
taboo.
adultery.
That's the whole thing behind hard drugs. Is
It's like a
all
mistress.
drugs are bad. Those make you really high. You want those. No, you don't, because I'll rot myself from the inside out. Why would I want to rot myself from the inside out?
Yeah. No,
I got a
that's
lot of
absolutely
inside
right.
to rot, so
So you got extra time.
it's like a mistress.
You're
I'm not
saying you
supposed to be
So-
fucking this bitch, but it's good.
Hey,
Yes, I know that's
Hey,
one.
you want a fast diet?
I don't know. I think doing the coke and running
I can-
everywhere would be a fast
I
diet too.
can tell I've got 2 sessions before
me
I
just
get
say,
addicted. So
let me just say,
let's go.
You're doing the coke diet. You'll be all right.
Yeah,
You're doing the meth diet. You
I'm
gonna
okay.
rot from
I
the
don't-
inside, my guy.
I'm not.
I wonder if any of
Done
those
for that.
massage therapists were doing like cocaine off of Watson's wiener or anything like that.
Whatever you wanted, man. Whatever you needed.
He
Hey.
did.
Listen, elite is elite is elite. Okay. You don't ask how the hot dog is made. Okay. As long as it shows up on Sundays and throws for 5
I'm going to show you a couple videos actually where he was not elite.
Oh.
whatever.
Hater. No, I'm just kidding.
I show you a lot more of that where Baker wasn't either. So
Your defense looks good. I'll say that.
Everything looks good besides what's going on right now. But let's not talk about that. This is our subject right now.
all right. So what drugs should be legal?
Well,
Obviously weed.
Obviously, marijuana. That's the number one. Yeah.
Okay.
well, so first of all, the whole Oregon thing
Can we
isn't
put a
too
disclaimer
far
in
off.
here so we don't sound like we're a bunch of drugs?
But
like we did.
Yeah, we're not admitting anything, FBI.
Right.
We're not about to bust out my door like you did the one in
I
Michigan guy.
feel like the whole what you do in your privacy of your own home, what about that bullshit flies.
He was like, I gave you one. Can
He's
you
like, I
write
did
it
it.
down?
Should have
Wait,
gave it to
what?
the wrong guy.
Hey, hey!
Just use it.
I'll chug anyways.
Sorry, I'm stoned.
You're good. Did you pop a gum before you came in? No, I'm just kidding.
But if I had to say the ones that won't kill you, or the ones that have to be used in anything medicinal already. So, weed. I mean, that opens up to opium, which would that cause another
Ooh.
opium epidemic? Because
Ooh.
Opium.
you're going back to
Just go to Canada. You'll be fine.
You're going way back.
in the
That's
days.
back in the
Right?
days, yeah.
opium epidemic. Ooh,
Yeah.
hey.
I almost said it. Screw it. I got the
So weed.
Weed.
How you feel about coke?
great on coke.
I feel like I don't
The
know
secret is
a
to take
whole
Viagra
lot
and then
of
take coke.
adverse side effects besides addiction. So, I don't
Yeah.
know.
You mean
I,
greatness?
I've never heard of somebody just up and dying from coke.
No.
Like, and the only overdose cases I've ever heard are the really rich people that, like, literally snorted the entire table.
First of all.
So,
First of all, Charlie Sheen went on a binge for a whole damn weekend, and he still got that tiger blood, and he's still here. So
I don't know if he, but
He just used that to fight
I
off the
think-
AIDS. What are you talking about?
right. I think his body is immune, or that's
No,
what
he's
was fighting.
good.
It-
Charlie's
it's-
good. Charlie's good.
Maybe
People have
maybe
gotten,
that's
like-
the cure. We don't know what they're doing in this cure for
How much
AIDS
did he
and
spend?
cancer and
It
all
was
this
like
all this stuff that's coming up. It might have
$25,000.
coke in it.
It
We
was
don't
like-
know.
Charlie Sheen, I'm pretty sure he spent $25,000 in cocaine. You know how much cocaine for $25,000?
No, please elaborate. How much cocaine?
I
is
just
that?
know this whole time. I just know we could be playing it like we're in snow with this game.
Oh my
Tony
god.
Montana, baby.
Yeah, Tony Montana. It's not.
Yeah,
that's
but people,
cockroaches.
a lot of people die from heart attacks taking that stuff, right?
That's what I'm scared of.
Right or no? Am I wrong?
I've told him I had a theory a long time ago. You ever seen the movie Limitless? Where dude takes a little pill and becomes like a genius and like changes his life, becomes rich, all this. And like it's a pill that unlocks the rest of his
But
brain
you would
usage
probably
or
have to do
whatever.
a lot, though, right?
That's the whole. I've told him I have
Like
a
I said,
theory.
the only time
Cocaine
I've
could
heard
be that for
crazy
me.
stuff happen is
Like I can take a little
the
bit
rich
in
people that
dosage and
snort
be
the whole
like,
table.
oh,
I've
move faster.
never-
I mean, if you
compute
snort,
better.
I mean, yeah, you snort the whole
But
table.
I've never,
but I don't
I've
trust
never
my body
heard
with
of
it.
a poor person,
I
a
just-
normal person,
No, you're
overdosing
right,
on
no,
coke.
I think you would have to do an excessive amount of coke. Like,
I mean, you probably have to go on like a 4 or 5 day bender or whatever.
yeah,
the
you
hell,
where you're
but
just nonstop.
I don't know. I mean, I would never touch the stuff.
Right.
I mean, not now.
Those gummies.
I would never touch this stuff.
Hey, the gummies are going to slowly lead it to the.
Whoa.
It's a gateway.
No, the gummies are good.
You believe this propaganda about gateway drugs?
Yeah, to the fridge.
So,
Gateway
so how
to
you feel-
Anytime I'm
how do you guys
stoned, it's
feel
either a
about-
gateway to
All right,
Arby's or
here
my
we go.
fridge.
So how do you feel about acid? How do you feel about shrooms? Stuff that makes you
It-
more.
all right,
Oh,
so here's the
that's
premise.
another thing.
Here's the
Okay,
premise on
go
all
ahead.
drugs.
Go ahead.
They're like safely done, and I can trust it. So there's not like a fentanyl. It's not laced with anything. That is the premise.
Yeah.
When
Yeah, not laced.
So
with
both, I'd try it.
So the funny thing about psychedelics.
In a hypothetical world, I'd try it. Absolutely.
The funny thing about psychedelics,
I watch Rick
I
and
don't-
Morty.
I-
I'll be fine.
shrooms.
So I have personal
Has-
experience with one of them, but I've never done the other. But
Well, shrooms has actual medicinal properties, and
Shell
it
shock.
totally should be studied. But we'll see how that goes.
They're studying it on people with PTSD from the army.
I heard about that.
You
Should be
talk
fun.
about something like literally repairing your brain. I've never had an experience, but I've heard multiple times. They're like, "Oh, I had that one trip and it changed my whole life, and now I'm friggin'
Pat
I went
McAfee.
from chilling in an apartment with 5 friends, all splitting bills, working a dead end job, to now I'm working friggin' full time in a factory making bank, and I got my own house and all this stuff. And what? What do you mean?
I got 14 jobs.
I was doing that OWE program where you work half a day and go to school the other half, and somebody snuck acid in my food.
Whoa!
Oh, so you've had an acid experience.
When was this?
Berea,
Oh,
when
no
I went to Berea for a year.
Dumb idea. Dumb
They
idea.
snuck acid in your food? Wow. Socks, you got some stories that I don't... You just bring them out here every once in a while.
I got a big vault.
You shock me every once in a while. So you've done acid then?
I didn't do it.
No,
It did him.
He was
Is it-
drugged.
So...
Hey, he got Cosby. Damn
I
it.
don't want
I
to
was
get
like 17.
I don't want to get too detailed,
Oh.
but what was...
What was it like?
I didn't really.
How did you know that it happened?
He told me after.
So you like knew
Did you notice
somebody
though?
you messed with, like a
No.
friend, or just some random?
No, I went to Royalton 9th and 10th grade, and my mom moved, so I had to go to Berea for a year, and then she let me move back with my sister for 12th grade.
Mhm.
So I didn't feel like being in a new school, so I did that program, half work, half whatever.
Gotcha.
So we all, like, 2 or 3 of us got a job at Pizza Hut or whatever, and they were interviewing us, so they gave us free pizza or whatever. I went to the bathroom, snuck it in there.
In your Pizza Hut? Oh, see, that's
Wait,
the issue.
why?
Is ever since then, Pizza Hut's been on drugs.
He only did it to you, or did he do it to
Yeah, I don't know if he did it anyway. I didn't really talk to him. I didn't know any of those people.
And then he came and told you.
Yeah, he told me that.
What was your reaction?
What the fuck was the first reaction, but it didn't really do anything to me. So
Huh.
I don't know if the guy was lying or what.
So I don't know. Yeah, like I don't know about how.
I don't know what it does to you for
So
one.
I'm not. What's a hallucinant? It will.
Hallucinogen.
Yeah. So what? It should make you trip, like you're
Yeah,
seeing
urethra.
things.
I didn't do nothing, no wild, nothing like
You
that.
would be.
Solved it that quick.
I wasn't
Urethra.
seeing
So I've never done acid, but I've done shrooms.
I wasn't seeing like a big fat Curious George or no wild like that.
Well, I mean everybody's different, but I guess it makes you trip different ways.
So-
Like
Bro,
I know.
we're co-host now. You're gonna talk shit to me.
I was gonna say
So-
one of the things with hallucinations, depending on the amount you take and your tolerance level, it literally goes from blurred movement to fractals to actually.
Oh,
seeing
what is a
things.
fractal? What the
That's
heck?
when you start to see patterns in the
Yes.
colors in like everything around you.
So he's right.
Oh, I didn't.
Also, like them shows that
So,
be
but
messing
I
with
went
you.
to.
with the
I did
patterns on
too
the
much
outer.
of the other,
Like-
the opposite one, and I went to actually seeing things.
What'd you see? Or
Oh,
can-
I seen all kinds of crazy
All right.
shit. I don't even care at that point.
You're gonna win
Seen
anyway.
some things.
Yeah, but I didn't really. So I don't know if the dude was lying or.
Let's just say I
didn't
woke up in
really
somebody
have
else's
nothing.
front yard.
If it was a small amount, I don't know how or if it reacts with food. So I don't know if
Yeah, I've
because
never-
you did it while eating, you're not gonna get as much of it.
I've never heard anybody put
Or maybe
it
it
in
works
food.
even more with it. Maybe if you do a little bit of that with your mozzarella sticks, and then they're like,
You know
swollen.
what? That might help the marinara sauce. Just a little bit. Let's go.
You know what helps your marinara sauce there? Arby's acid. Drop a little Maui before I eat your marinara sauce. I'll be in there
And they're like swimwear, right?
on a brown bear, baby.
Well, there's certain like Like with psychedelics, it's something I'll be like, if I was to have one experience, cool, whatever.
So we got 2 for science now. Allegedly.
It's really just opiates. Stay away from. Well, it's crazy because I'm like, oh, I don't care about
Crazy.
marijuana. I don't care about alcohol.
Think I'm crazy.
I quit tobacco forever ago.
Right.
Opiates, nah, I won't even. Nope.
Might be
Psychedelics
confused
is
with
one of
what
those
an opiate
things.
is.
One time try, whatever. Get that experience that everybody's freaking going crazy about.
I don't think I had my one
Popeye's chicken
experience.
sandwich.
I had my one experience, and I don't think I'd ever do it again. But I did have my one experience, so it's pretty wild.
So I guess that depends on what, because I probably wouldn't.
Feel so sheltered
I'm
compared
like,
to you guys.
acid? Nah, I probably wouldn't do
So
acid.
sure.
No, I won't.
Um,
I did the shrooms enough.
I'm even afraid to
In a-
eat.
natural.
in a safe
Comes off the
environment.
ground.
See, that's kind of why
I'm
I was
afraid to
like,
eat
it's a
breaded
natural
mushrooms
thing.
from
man.
Mr. Hero because I don't know if they.
I'm afraid to eat Mr. Hero. So.
Oh, I love Mr. Hero.
Listen,
Whoa!
Good times. That's
I'm so
good.
surprised by that.
Why? I've been
You
very
don't
open
like-
about the fact I don't want a Greek man shitting in my mouth. So I don't want ever eat Mr. Hero.
Mr. Hero's good.
It's like everything. It's like everything Subway left out of their food
Sorry,
is
that
what Mr. Hero
Rumble
is.
nothing like Subway.
So Subway was like Jared Fogle before you knew what he did, and then Subway is Jared Fogle now in the Taiwan prison.
You sure you're not on any of these things right now? These drugs?
wish.
Yeah, really?
I feel so sheltered compared to you guys.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah,
You got
What?
time, bro.
I'm gonna have to do a mystery box.
Life
Just
ain't
start-
over yet. You can still.
Mystery box.
Mr. Bobby's gonna sign up for one of those.
Find John Cena.
$9.99 a month.
got-
You're gonna sign up and
I
get
got
you.
first.
Let me get-
weed.
I got shit to make your dick so hard. Got shit to make your dick soft. Got Molly. Got perks.
So how do we feel about? We talked about how do we feel on the pills like perks, oxys,
I've only had to a
Vicodin.
certain extent of perks.
People, so
Adderall.
I feel like people are.
All right,
people
that's a
are
lie.
dumb.
Had
Okay.
these.
I
I
feel
know
like
I know you
people-
did that.
People.
Hey, and that shit was actually pretty awesome. I was at work that day. Too.
It really does a reverse effect.
What?
Adderall.
Adderall does it. I was like, Adderall does exactly what it's supposed to do.
I was packing one day.
They don't tell you how it does what it's supposed to do.
Well, if you're someone that doesn't need Adderall,
It's like, yo, when you don't need Adderall.
I always say it's a
Yeah,
reverse
But
effect. But
here's the thing. It's like, so
Make sure you
my
get that full bottle of
only
water.
experience, literally took it, passed out,
Oh, we gonna have to
Woke
have
up.
somebody talks off camera.
yeah,
There's a lot of exploratory
five
talks. here.
hours later.
I need to come up with
5
my
hours
top
later,
5 list.
Like I had a 12-hour sleep, up ready for work, bouncing around. Like let's go to work. What's going on? What you mean? Let's go. My ride left me, so I was stuck at home. Hype.
Oh man.
Yeah, I was
I
in
got-
the packing
I
department
got
one day. on them.
stories. I got stories on that.
Hey, listen, I can't. That was the most I've ever packed in like one half of a day.
Yeah,
I was. Hey,
So, but how do we feel on those? On
I
the
busted
pill,
it
yeah?
out like Tatiana.
I mean, I would say there's.
I just think it's
in moderation, certain ones, but
Red Bull in a pill
people are
times 25.
stupid.
Yeah,
It's
I used
very
to-
easy
used
to
date some- I used to
overdose
date
on
somebody
pills.
that did a lot of those.
With
You
especially
can't,
harder
you can't
pills.
overdose on pills, but
and
Fucking drug addicts.
some of the stuff, the chemical dependencies, everything else, like it's not worth what you're taking. It's not even worth what you're taking extra of. And to get
Ha ha ha.
a high that feels, I don't even know, because it's like
This might have been the
I
funnest
would,
episode.
I was gonna smoke.
This might have been, might have
Smoke
been the worst
weed.
actual topics.
No,
the
no,
best,
yeah.
the funnest episode.
Everyone probably thinks we're drug addicts now.
I know that's
Yeah.
what I was gonna say. I mean, we're really
Speaking
not
of which, I
drug
just got
addicts, but
someone sent me a follow request on Instagram. It's a straight reefer page.
Reefer.
I just
They heard the podcast. Was like, I got to get into the ground floor on this guy.
there's certain things that I don't
Sent you
feel
a mystery
that are bad,
box.
but
Some wild ass pictures on that fucking thing too.
It shouldn't be a thing where
Only
like
20
you get in
18.
trouble for doing something to yourself. It should be everything should kind of be treated a lot like alcohol, maybe a little more strict than alcohol because certain things can literally just kill you. But it should be treated a lot like alcohol. If you go out and do dumb stuff while you're doing it, then yeah, we're gonna get you. You're going down. Like what?
Right.
You're gonna do that and drive? Yeah, we got you.
I might say the most insensitive thing here. The things that kill you, I'm all down for, like, Sweden. They have, like, well, let's say Sweden has rooms where you can go and do your vice, and they just let you be. If you die while doing the dumb ones, I don't feel bad for you. I'm not wasting Narcan on you either. It's Darwin having its hold. I'm sorry. Now, it is very insensitive because I'm sure a lot of people have had a lot of people that have struggled with the stuff and died from the stuff. My biggest issue, if you do it to yourself, I don't care.
Well-
if you affect somebody else's life, like you're high and you drive and run over a family of 4,
There's a lot of problems that come with that, but the law's not set up to do anything because we don't do other things like that. I get like, oh, you let somebody just do what they do. Well, we're not gonna talk about the drug dealer that got them into it when they were clean beforehand. We're not gonna talk about how someone put them in that situation
Oh,
to where they're addicted.
I absolutely can't stand the drug dealers do it.
So it's like, yeah, we could just let them be, but at the same time, there's some bad incentives to do some bad stuff. Because even if you killed the drug dealer's market, the drug dealers will still find somebody to get because
Just kill the
a
drug
lot
dealers.
of those industries are built off of depression. And
Just kill the drug dealers.
everybody's depressed now, so
Yeah, like everyone suffers from that one way or another. I don't give a fuck what anyone says.
19.
Depression.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
I
thought you
mean,
meant drugs.
I think
depression's been
ang-
on the rise.
depression and anxiety. I think those are very big.
The- The correlation is the more technology we have, the more depressed everybody is.
Nearly 30 years of my life, and I don't think I fully understand what anxiety means.
I'm kind of like you too. Like I
This is gonna sound dumb. Is it like the anxious feeling?
Yes.
yes.
To me.
Anxiety is
You just
But
don't know what's going to
just like
happen.
it's-
Okay, how do I say this?
So, well, since you know,
Special anxiousness.
since
How
you
do
know
I
me
say
best in
this?
this room, I've had anxious moments or anxiety. Okay,
yeah,
so that makes sense.
I'm sure you have.
yeah. I feel like
I feel like I do every day, but
anxiety is a huge thing because I think
Thankfully I
pretty
got
much
the
everybody
reefus.
has some kind of anxiety, right? I feel like we
Well,
all
okay,
have moments
so-
where we have anxiety about something
there's
or
a
some.
there's a difference between being anxious and having clinical anxiety.
Yeah, it's a large ass word.
Socks is like, say what?
English.
That's another one. Write it down, Socks. Can you give me another one while you're in there?
Oh, I did too.
so the A and the F.
God dang.
I'm gonna have to add the D one to there too. You got
Thank you,
21
sir.
there playing. All right, let me get another one.
Can I get a fireball
Camp
too?
and my water.
Anybody want to do a fireball with me?
Sure, hand us everything.
Well, that was.
He's gonna retire from that chair. He's
I'm
like, tired
why
of
did I
this.
pick this?
I was gonna say that's kind of why I pointed out the,
This is the life
the
you've chosen.
shot out thing earlier because I kind of was like,
Oh
yeah,
my
it's
God, I
got-
got
And my water.
I got you. I'm a
Give me a
little
chance.
late. I'm a little late.
Second shelf.
little late
Right.
to the party.
Yeah, I can.
It's all right.
Far right. Thank you.
That's water?
Yeah, baby.
Fuck, I thought that was fucking.
That's
Oh.
another one.
That's the sponsor
Stay
I
hydrated.
that we hoped we would get, but we
Yeah.
tried though.
We tried, which was annoying because I had a $20,000 a month budget. We offered like 30. And I listen. There was a lot in the package.
Straight water?
No, it's
No,
carbonated
it's
water.
carbonated though.
They have white cans
So you
that
stick
are
with the
just
carb-
water, just regular water,
The white
and they
ones
get
are regular
colder
water,
because
okay.
it's an
I thought that was
aluminum can.
alcohol.
No,
They have
It
the
was something
sweet.
like liquid.
you gotta
have the
stay you
sweetest
gotta stay
logo.
great and hydrate. Damn it,
They have the sweetest logo
Yes,
and
I-
everything too.
their marketing is hilarious. It's like this old lady. She's like, "Let me get some of that liquid death," and he's like, "Grandma, it's not going to kill you." Well, damn, I don't want it. Damn, like it's the funniest.
It is. They have it awesome. It's sweet.
Which I appreciate the companies that have like doubled down on the ridiculous marketing strategies, like Manscaped.
but they fit us though. They fit us so well. Maybe one
You
day.
mean liquid death?
Yeah, maybe one day. Keep it
Irony is the new comedy.
safe. Cheers, fellas.
Cheers, Mike.
Happy Pride, happy
No,
Pride,
wait a second.
happy Pride.
Happy, huh? Happy what?
Clink,
Cheers,
clink,
fellas.
clink, clink.
Cheers, everybody out there too. Ooh, that was good.
How many of those are left?
That's
my hot
That was
drink.
4.
It was only 4.
That's some high
I
quality.
don't know if there were 4 or
What that
6.
cost again? You said 13 something?
Those are
They're
good
like
though.
13.
That's pretty.
They have
good.
3 different
solid.
ones, too,
That's
right?
pretty solid.
I was only at Speedway, so I only seen that.
Solid.
So they have the
Solid,
cola.
solid.
They have like a
I
cherry
was
one.
a
I think.
Giant Eagle, and there's like
There's
Probably
multiple
one
now.
for each flavor, ain't
not for Crown Royal, also Crown Royal, but they have like probably 10 different.
there? What?
Yeah,
Tez, relax over there.
They had like 10 different.
Come on, man.
They had like 10
Ladies and
different
gentlemen,
brands,
Only
like,
Socks is in the building.
like an Absolute, like all different kinds.
Yeah,
of stuff.
they're all these companies now
Because they
are
just
really
seen,
marketing.
They seen the numbers that they
yeah,
sell.
because everybody's
Everybody
coming
wants
out
an
with a
easy drink.
seltzer.
Yeah,
Everybody's coming out with a mixed drink.
Everybody
They're,
wants that easy.
but it's
drink
been
that they
so.
can grab.
You know what's crazy? It's been so quick though. Like once one hit, and then all of a sudden now everybody's coming out with.
Yeah.
Them.
They're not. I mean, they're kind of dumb because they didn't do it before, but they're not stupid.
No, right.
No, they're like, oh,
Well,
Bud
just
Light's
like
got
you-
one?
you
Yeah,
have-
let's do it.
Like you have the Mountain Dew ones. I mean, but it's cool though because I like the variety now. There's so many things you can pick from just instead of getting grab a regular beer or
The
whatever.
mixed drink. You're only gonna get drinks at the bar, and you're not gonna make drinks yourself at home.
Right, and that
Yeah.
probably is a.
There's your guys' guy was showing off. There was like these vial tubes somebody sent him with different, like he had a very old fashioned in a like vial.
Yep.
They poured over ice and drank it.
Well, goddamn.
Yeah. Well, that one he wasn't a fan of. The first one he did, but it was like a box that had just like.
I gotta get whatever that bake sale thing is. You know what I'm talking about? The one that's in the plastic thing. It's called bake sale.
I don't know, but I think he's interested. You say bake sale, we down.
Rut roll. The rut roll.
Anyway.
No, it's called bake sale.
Garage
I know you've seen it.
sale, bake
Speaking of
sale.
stoner, Shaggy was
He
a
did.
stoner.
He
huh?
did a White Russian
Absolutely.
with a bake sale
Did
on
you
it.
see his van?
Wait.
He did a White Russian with bake sale on it.
Shaggy was not just a stoner. He was the group's drug dealer.
There's more to
That's
it.
why I
Yep.
hung out with Shaggy.
Yep.
It was,
Was it the snacks?
huh?
Was it the snacks?
That came after.
Scooby Snacks.
Scooby Snacks. Yep.
Come on, dogs can't talk.
Oh, oh.
Man's got a point.
Don't disrespect them.
Hey, you know, little
Scooby was more than a
shrooms, little
dog. He
bit
was
of
an icon
acid.
to my childhood, okay? Him and Optimus Prime. Okay?
He was also stoned, and everybody else was stoned, and that's why he could talk.
Shaggy.
You know who's really stoned? Mike Mike Tyson Mysteries.
Yo,
But
we're gonna need an update. I don't know why I just thought of this. We're gonna need an update on Paw Patrol too.
I think they
I
had
don't know
it.
what's going on. I haven't seen him in a long, long time.
I better not see that damn dog
Kid-
with the.
Who they get rid of?
He's back.
He's back. Chase is back.
Chase is back.
I wouldn't want to make sure they got rid of that
No,
Yeah.
they can get rid of him.
cocksucker.
All the
Woo!
kids, all the kids are too old now. They don't watch it anymore. Even your nieces and nephews, there's all they're too old
I
now.
was gonna say a lot. Well,
Mallory's past that age now.
She don't care about Paw Patrol for some reason. She likes Coco
I don't know what the hell that means.
Huh?
I've heard of it. I don't know what
Sounds
it
like a
is.
chocolate bar.
Coco Melon?
It
so
does.
stupid.
Hey, that sounds like one you get in the box or something. Let me try that vanilla cocoa melon. Vietnamese chocolates.
All right, where are we at? Where are we at here?
This has been a good conversation. We're still on drugs,
A
okay?
drug combo that sounds like we are on drugs.
Great topic, by the way. You scored on that one.
I think so.
Speaking of scored,
Ah, but
We're just gonna leave out the last topic. That one went a bit long.
leave it. Cut it. Cut it.
All right,
Yeah.
guys.
Cut it.
Cut it. Cut it.
No. We're going
No,
with we're going with the fuck this week. What's the one thing this week that you want to say F it to?
I'm going to continue with our conversation about gasoline.
Gasoline. Now, you cannot
So-
take his FU segment.
me having to work 7 days. a
So
week for
I'm
the
going to get
next-
another truck for this. So fuck.
Me having to
gas
work 7 days
prices.
a week for the next whatever.
I agree with you on that one too. Come on. Put your beer up there. Put your beer up there, my guy. We doing the same thing.
Just left us out because we're blacker than you.
Well, we're doing 7 days. Are you doing 7 days?
I'm working 24/7, dog. Right greatness never sleeps
That's true.
unless I take a nap or sleep or pass out
I love a
or
nap.
blackout.
Nap sounds good.
Due to
I
financial,
do coke so I don't have to nap.
Due to financial situations, I have to work 7 days a week now.
Yeah.
For a
Oh,
little
y'all
bit.
talking DoorDash? I thought you meant like
No, I need to work at
certain
my
spot
place.
was having. I was like,
Well,
wow, Jesus.
Gas.
I know they're paying y'all double time then.
Gas contributes to the.
You had to work a
financial
second
burden.
job
Yeah.
just for gas.
Yeah.
Seen that on a handful of. All right, Des, what's your FU this week?
Being given a project after being given a project after being given a project when you didn't finish the first project.
And they want you to finish by a certain time. Is that? that
I
kind
mean, they want them done as if I just started the first one. So we'll see how that goes. I mean,
So what do you
I
got? How many
finished
you got?
half of one.
And you got 3 or 4?
I have 4.
Oh, all the same time. Yeah, no big deal.
4 different projects. They're all major projects, and it's like, we'll do this one. We'll do this one. Oh, what are you doing right now? The
I
one
don't
you
know.
just
The
told me to do.
previous
Oh well,
42?
hold off on that for a second.
Oh man,
Here's this one.
This sounds like a place you used to work at. This definitely.
What are you doing? Waiting not to get paid like a field.
Wow.
Side of him.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what you're gonna say.
See,
there, so.
Thankfully, I'm not a woman or black because I'd have just start saying random shit. Listen, I'd be the worst person to do. Oh, it's because I'm black. I asked you how you were doing. Yeah, I just like to fuck with
That
people
just
too much.
reminds me of the funniest conversation
do
I
it.
had earlier.
What you got to say?
Mine is just a family court
If you
system.
do this week, huh?
Mine is just a family court
Say a
system.
lot of it. True.
Family court. Actually, I have two. Mine is just a family court system, but just a honorable mention. Honorable mention are the people that listen to your content and don't like to share it. So make sure to be a friend. Tell a friend.
Are you a pastor now? Say it loud.
I just.
Preach, my brother.
I just want him to say.
Hallelujah.
I know.
I just feel that pain, man.
Jesus.
I just feel the pain.
Hey!
Relax, Ernest Angel. No need to just start bitch slapping
I
handicap
want you over
kids.
here shaking. Hey, you're gonna heal. Fall over.
We'll shake that along the floor.
That's
You're healed.
Oh my god! I can. Wow!
What did
Wait,
you-
how did you know
I
them
can
words?
talk now.
How did you know them words? Then?
Right.
Say baby, Peppy. That was probably the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life on that.
He had an entire like channel
Yeah.
moved to the converter box shit. It was
He
like
had some
5,
kid there, and
5,
he's
3,
like,
And the
5.3.
And the whole time, the whole bottom of the screen was, please send in us this donation.
I was
Small
Yeah.
payments of $115 a month. Jesus will heal you.
You can
He
be
was
healed
sitting
Oh,
there
what the
if you
hell?
want.
Jesus get paid by the hour now? What the hell is this shit?
He was
Well, I
sitting
might as well
there
pay
for-
Jesus to fix my
Jesus got
shit.
his own private jet and everything. Whoa!
He was sitting there for 3 minutes.
Yo,
3 minutes going, say baby. Finally, he was like, baby. And I'm just. I knew he ain't supposed to laugh, but I'm
No.
an ass face.
That
so
shit's so fake.
Listen.
Let's be honest. That shit's so fake. I don't care what you got.
I'm done counting. Fuck it.
I ain't paying his
Look,
ass that much.
the whole
Hey,
time-
Jesus can fly
For
coach
the
first
whole
of all.
time, money. How do you send money to this man the whole time?
Would you rather
Would you
send him money or Sarah Glockman money?
I'm
Sarah
going
Glockman.
with Sarah. I'm going with Sarah.
Sarah Glockman.
I might have
Them
to
dogs
do
are so pitiful. I wouldn't even put them in my Chinese food.
Come on, now. You know that song hit you. You know that song hit you. Don't act like it
now,
didn't
if
hit
I'm
you.
sending it to Sarah
You're
McLachlan,
eating your
is it for
Taco
the
Bell at
dogs
1 o'clock
or
in the
the
morning,
starving
like
children in Africa?
in the arms.
Change the channel.
You're paying
I'm
it
out.
to fatten the dogs to feed
I don't
the
got
starving
30
children
minutes
in
to
Africa.
spend.
You
I'm
had
out.
it. You watched it for a second though. The first time you seen it,
I
you
always
watched
love
it,
that
though,
there's
didn't you?
two conversations randomly throughout the podcast.
Right?
So y'all was talking about Sarah McLachlan, right? I said quickly. I said I'd pay her just to fatten up the dogs so she can feed them to the. Oh well, no.
The starving kid in Africa.
No.
Wow.
I said because the animals in the commercials are so pitiful, they wouldn't even put them in Chinese food. And then he said, "Would you rather feed starving kids in Africa?"
Would it be the dogs or the starving kids in Africa? Because she did both commercials.
I said I would be paying to fatten up the dogs to feed them to the starving kids in Africa. Yeah, we all have our
I
place
guess
in this
you're.
world.
I guess you're.
I'm solving world hunger. Listen,
You're trying.
I don't wake up like this. I put on a brave face, and I'm a fucking gangster. Okay, I solved world hunger
Sip
in
it
like
up,
6
sip it up,
minutes.
write it down. Get that. Open that book back up one more time.
Rewind.
I said I was done counting.
Don't need 6 billion.
After
Listen,
after I
we're just gonna feed them all these depressing ass dogs.
We're setting them up again.
Cannibalism. It feeds, solves world hunger right
All
there.
right, we got to do something, right? We got to get out of here.
Yeah, something like that. All right.
We're not even there yet.
Give us a second. We got one thing that comes before
It's
that.
always there.
Yeah, but he's quick on the trigger now because he knows what's about to go down.
What?
Take your
All right,
drinks.
fellas.
Hold them high. Drink them dry. 4 too many for life. Cheers, F2MFers.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers. I almost drowned myself there. Titties.
So,
Titty, 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 titty,